ChatGPT. And the second point is that I would like each of us to keep in mind that these technologies is really new and in the very beginning, and we're in the very beginning of this path, and that is why sometimes in the very beginning it will take maybe some time for us and for you to train your bots and to get the bots that you would like to get. So it's not working perfectly, and that is why actually we're here to tell you some secrets and some tips, like what you should do to get your chatbots exactly how you want them to behave. And a couple of words about Chatfuel AI. We're a no-code chatbot platform where you can create, which is integrated with ChatGPT. We have direct integration with ChatGPT, and people use us mainly for automating customer support, as I told before. And here on the right part of the screen, you can see the channels where we are providing our chatbots and where you can connect and use your chatbots. It's a website widget, it's a Facebook Messenger, Instagram, Telegram, and WhatsApp, which is coming really soon. And our developers team is working very hard every day to make it as early as possible. Let's move on. Yeah, and now I will give the microphone to my colleague Vera. She will be telling me about prompt building step by step.
Hi guys, David, thank you very much. My name is Vera, and now it's time for a practical part of our webinar. We will learn how to build a commercial chatbot in 5 simple steps. And as David mentioned, you can write questions on the chat, and we will answer all the questions at the end of this webinar.
This is going to do a chat refresher or a chat class.
One moment, somebody is talking. Let's communicate after the webinar and put all of the questions in the chat. Sorry. So let's begin. For those who are totally new to this concept of prompt building, so what is a prompt? Prompt, it's just written in the natural language, written instructions for a model, what to do, what to perform for you. For example, you can ask, give me a summary of this text, and the model will give you the summary. So you can do actually a lot of different tasks with these models. So the prompt is just written instructions in natural language. So as we communicate on this language, you can do instructions. So you don't need, you don't have to program or something like that. So yeah, and I wanted to mention that all of the techniques and tips we will discuss now are applied to Chatfuel platform we are working on, and at the same time to ChatGPT as well. So you can use all of the knowledge in ChatGPT as well. They are very similar, at least for now. But in Chatfuel AI, you can actually build chatbots for your business. So let's begin. So here, so you start with choosing the language of your chatbot. So actually, it's a very simple step and not very important for a lot of cases, but sometimes it's important. So here, the most easiest way is just to say how to detect language. It means that if users asking something in one language, then the chatbot will answer the same language as a user. So it's very simple. But sometimes, in some cases, it's important to force your chatbot to speak one particular language. For example, I have a personal example. Several months ago, I built a chatbot for myself. It was a German language teacher, and not only for myself, but for my friends as well. So it was a German language teacher. And for me, it was very important that this chatbot will not switch to German during communication with students. So that's why I had to choose English, always English, always English. So sometimes you have to force your model to speak only one language, but it's most easiest part here just how to detect. So let's move on. One moment. The second step is, yes, here the most interesting part begin. It's like role playing begin. You can, I think that you can look at this prompt building technique as, for example, let's imagine that you hired a new employee for your company. And this employee is very smart. He knows everything, but he lacks of some communicational skills. And for example, if you give him some task, then he will do it as he understands. He will not ask a follow-up question as normally people do. So that's why you have to describe very clear and precise what he should do for you. We usually begin as saying that, for example, you are AI support assistant, or you're like a customer assistant for company something, and your goal is to do what he needs for your company, for your use case. The third part, sorry, one moment, I think that microphone of somebody is not muted. Yeah. So the third part, here we create a list of instructions. So as I said, the instructions for your chatbot should be very clear and precise. And here in this part, you explain for a chatbot what to do for you. And it's a good technique here, not to explain what he do in the normal situations, but think about some corner cases and explain what to do if something unexpected happens. For example, if customer asks something unexpected question. So yeah, so see, you can see in this example, for example, the instructions could be greet the customer, then asks customer questions, and so on. The second step is to build a knowledge base. So in the vast majority of use cases, you have to provide your chatbot with some knowledge base. For example, if your company is very old and very famous and your website was built before 2021, then probably large language model knew something about your company already. But in any case, it's not up-to-date information. So we advise to build knowledge base in any cases. So it could be information about your company, FAQ, operation hours, contact links, and so on and so on. So everything you need for a chatbot to know, to answer customers' questions. And the last part is to build a catalog. For example, if you're a product company, or if you are a service company, and you want, for example, your chatbot to answer customers' questions about your services, or even to sell products, here you describe your catalog, and that's it. So here I will switch to my browser, and I will show you how to implement everything, like in 1 minute. One moment. Do you see my screen?
Yeah.
Yeah, so thank you very much. So here you see our user interface of Chatfuel AI. The first page is like dashboard with your analytics. The second page is customer questions. And the third page is AI training, where you train your chatbot. So for example, we want to build a chatbot, one moment, for our website. You see, so this for this widget, for Chatfuel AI. Do you see it well? Because I have some overlapping elements here.
Yeah, we see it. It's okay.
Yeah. So we will build the chatbot for this widget about Chatfuel AI company. So we go to user interface, and the name Chatfuel AI, language, let it be auto-detect language. Welcome messages optional. Yeah, and here I want to show you that we're already working how to make things easier for you, and we created templates. For example, you want to automate your customer support. I choose this template, and as you see, we already have wrote everything I mentioned earlier: the role of chatbot, the goal, instructions, knowledge base, and so on. So let's fill in the blanks. Name of the company, Chatfuel. Then link. This is our website. One moment. A link to the website. Yeah, and I already prepared the knowledge base about our company. It's like pricing plans. Pricing plans, features, and so on. Yeah, I will. So again, the goal, the role, instructions, what to do if he does not know the answer to a question, knowledge base. So let's test. Train your AI, and here, let's say hi. Let's say we want to know the prices. Tell me about prices. Sometimes he needs sometimes to think. So here you see he already answered about our pricing plans. Maybe, so I would like to to make this answer more readable, to make this answer shorter. And yeah, I prepared these instructions. I will add this instruction that if customer asks about prices, give a very short description. Let's try. Will it work or not? Yeah, you see that now the answer, the reply is much more shorter and more readable now. So actually that's it. I will pass the word to my colleague, to David.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, thank you, Vera. Let's go back to presentation and talk about common issues that our current clients are asking us like from time to time. Because the thing is that actually the part that Vera just told about, actually it will take for you, I would say, like maybe 10 minutes roughly to feel about like instructions, knowledge base. Like knowledge base, you are just copy pasting usually your information from your website to these fields, and that's more or less it. So it's like really simple and fast. But after that, you are starting to test your bot, and you are facing some like different issues that you would like to be fixed, and after that you are like starting some iterative process of fixing some small corner cases. And I will be telling about a couple of examples right here. So you see on the left side of the screen, the first issue, like people usually ask us about, like they say bot replies to unrelated questions and takes information from the internet. And if I'm not mistaken, some of the participants already asked about that in the chat like a bit earlier. So what you should do, actually, that's very simple. It should be fixed using the instructions section, as Vera told before. So you see on the right side, you just simply need to add this text to your instructions. As you can read, like you answer questions about company X. You base your answers only on the knowledge delimited by triple backticks. Can we go back or for a moment? No, back to the previous. Yeah, to knowledge base. Yeah, and in the very end, like if the question is out of knowledge, you refuse to answer and say, sorry, I don't know, for example. So this is like some of the examples of instructions that you can add to avoid the bot replying to like different questions, and to reply to questions only related to your company. Perfect. So the second issue, let's move on. Yeah, people also tell us that bot sends two big messages, and as you just saw before, right? Right now, like we are just showed the exact. Like two big messages, and different businesses do not want to reply to their customers like with that big message. They would like to be maybe as short as possible. In that case, you need to add this simple instruction to your bot. Like for example, use at most 50 words or 20 words or 10 words, and to test how that works. I see the question in the chat. I think we'll come back to it a bit later. Now let's move on to the third issue. Oh yeah, I think this question is about the fourth point that I will be mentioning right here. I think this guy is reading our thoughts, or maybe he saw the presentation before. The third question, the third issue is about the tokens limit. If some of you already have tested our platform and tried to take like as much as possible from probably you faced the limitation. It's very simple, one word in English. And if you're using not English, any other language, then one token is approximately one letter, like one symbol. So as you can see here, like we have for 15,000 tokens limit, then the bot will start working maybe not that good, and you will need to and we will send you this presentation, and you will official website of the OpenAI and official page of ChatGPT, and there you can easily copy paste your text and estimate and get the number of tokens that your text is consuming. So let's move on. So the main point about third issue is that if you have put like really much information and you see that is your bot is not working properly, then just pay attention to the tokens limit. In most part of the cases, it's the problem with the tokens limit. And the issue, I think one of the participants asked about this just a minute ago. So tell us, like, I've put in description my website link, and will the bot take automatically all the information from there, and like it will be trained by itself? And as you can see on the right part of the screen, this feature is coming really soon. We're working, this is like one of our main priorities, and it will be released very, very soon. And yeah, it will work in exactly that simple way. Like you will just need to put the website link, and that's it. Your like the bot will parse automatically all the necessary information. It will automatically make the perfect structure of all that information, and you just don't need to do, like, of course you will need to like have a look, you will need to test, you will need to maybe add some more, for example, FAQ questions if it skipped some of the questions. But anyway, yeah, it will make your life much easier in very short period of time. This is more or less it about the main part. And yeah, in the end of the main part, we would like to make a deep dive into some of our like real users prompts, and just to show you an examples that some of our users just created by themselves. So yeah, we can just move to our product website, and Vera will show how it looks like. Yeah, here is it. And what we would like to show you here, this is like we haven't created this prompt. This created one of our users, and he gave his like he agreed that we will share this so with you. And as you can see, this is like super simple. Yeah, he just choose, for example, language, auto detect, the company name, MMA safe. And if you will scroll down, you will see what he put here. Yeah, exactly like Vera told, just like your goal and just describing the goal of the bot. Your role, describing the goal of the role of the bot. Like you are taking a role of sales assistant and insurance expert in Panama, for example, right? Tone of voice, etc. After that is coming the block with instructions like 1, 2, 3, greetings, blah, blah, blah. And if you will scroll down, you will see, yeah, about us section. He called it about us, like you can call it knowledge base, or I don't know, maybe about us. I think the bot will still understand you. And he just simply copy pasted all this information from his webpage. That's it. And you can, Vera, maybe you can ask something like, maybe, I don't know, tell about your company, like to test the bot and to see if it's replying correctly, that this is like insurance company. And yeah, let's see how will it work. Yeah, as you can see, he skipped the instruction with shortening the message, and that's why you are getting this huge message, but maybe it's not a problem for him. So yeah, your AI assistant at this company, we are an insurance brokerage company with 20 years experience, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, that's it. You see that this is that simple. And yeah, and so you can just after this webinar, you can sign in. If you haven't did it yet, you can sign in and try by your own. And after that, you will just need to test this several times. And then if you like it, you just will need to go to channels. If you see on the left side, there is channels section. And you will need to just to connect, yeah, to your channel. I think he will not give the permission to show the, yeah, he will show the error because this is not our account. But yeah, you will go to channel section and will connect to your Facebook or Instagram or any other channel you would like to. Great. Let's move to the next slide. I think it will be about our materials. Yes. So here we collected all the necessary like useful materials that you can use during your experience of creating a bots. And again, we'll send this presentation to you, and you will be able to find here, yeah, these links. The first link, it's a help desk. The second, like with all the materials. The second link is a prompt quality checklist that Vera created for you, so you can take an advantage of it, and it's like open source. You can just use it. And the third is yeah, support link where you can ask any questions to us. That's it. I think we are. I see that we are like we're on time. We did this during 30 minutes. So let's move to the next slide. I believe it's about questions and answers. Yeah, and let's discuss. Let's have a look at the questions. We should go maybe. I think, yeah, let's have a look at the questions and reply one after another. Okay, one of the first questions was about yeah, if I write my prompt in English, the interaction with users in Spanish is answered. Will it be answered in Spanish or in English? Yeah, I think this question is for you, Vera.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, Sergio, for this question. Yeah, I think that you can and you should probably write a prompt in English because large language models better understand English. So you write prompt in English, and at the end, or maybe in the instruction sections, you put something like always answer in Spanish or something like that. So you just test and write and find the right formulation of this instruction.
Perfect. The second question from Sergio, or Sergio, sorry if I'm pronouncing incorrectly your name. Will we share the presentation? Yes, of course. We will send to each of you this presentation with the promo code right after this call. Hector is asking the following question. All I've prompted, I have not been able to stop the bot from inventing things that I have not specified for the product. Yeah, I think this can be solved by the instructions as well, right? Like he just simply need to mention in the instructions that like bot should take information only from the knowledge base.
Yeah, I can add. So actually, you can try like different things. So first of all, try it, as I said, as I mentioned earlier, like very clear and precise instructions. So I will start to checking all of the instructions that they don't contradict logically each other. So sometimes if instructions contradict each other, then the chatbot will try to implement something if he doesn't understand. The second point that, as David mentioned, that you can add instruction answer only based on the knowledge base. And the third thing, if all of this did not help, then you can write these techniques in our chatbot quality checklist in the troubleshooting sections, but it's more like for advanced users. You can try to implement like the second role. For example, your first role will be customer support assistant, answering questions, answering customers' questions. And the second role will be like maybe additional manager who look at the replies of the first role and check if it was like implemented, if it was like inventing things, then he will interrupt and like rewrite the answer. So sometimes I try these techniques and it's actually helped. Sometimes I can share the prompt with you, for example, if we will have some connection. I don't know, we can write your email and send you this technique. But it was described in our quality checklist. Yeah.
Perfect. Let's move to the next question. Hi, why do I need to add a knowledge base if I can add the website link, which should have all the information already? So as we, I think, covered this question, I believe this guy already asked, and after that we covered this question. Yeah, so for now, yeah, you are putting the link, and the bot will use that link when your users will ask, like, for example, if you're connecting the bot with your Facebook and people ask like, send please your website link, the bot will use this link, but it will not, for now, it will not take all the information automatically from your page. But yeah, but again, in just a super short period of time, yeah, it will be possible just to add the link. Do you have something to add, Vera? Or... Nothing. Perfect. Let's move on. How to create a website through AI. I think this is something that probably some of our other AI companies can do, but we're not specializing for now for creating websites. The next question is, can the user of my bot ask the example, for example, ask, for example, the weather for today and have the bot access to the internet to look for specific information, or can user can it use some kind of plugin for this? Yes, obviously that's actually, since this chatbots by default, all of them are connected to ChatGPT. It means that they already have all the information that ChatGPT has for now. And if you will just connect with the let's say no instructions, with no knowledge base, with nothing, and just start to asking some questions, yeah, it will start to replying you like I don't know, to any kind of questions that you will ask. And yeah, and you can, it depends on you, like if you would like to use for your business, if you would like to avoid when people are asking some unrelated questions, you can just simply add that instruction to your instructions list. Yeah, I think Something to add?
Yeah,
Or?
yeah, I wanted to add that if you meant like plugins, like ChatGPT plugins, that maybe it's a good idea to implement for feature for us to implement ChatGPT plugins in our product. But for now, we don't have this access. But maybe it's a good idea. We will research it.
Yeah, we will take it for our research. The next question, can the chatbot detect when the customers came from a Facebook campaign and answer questions about Facebook campaign? For example, detect the product of the campaign. For now, actually, it will not be able to detect the source where people came from, and hence it will not be able to like repeat information previously to your like in advance to your knowledge base of the bot that you are advertising this and these products or services. Then it will work actually in the same way. But I think you are asking, for example, if people will click on the advertisement and will go to bot and they will ask, tell me about this product. Yeah, in that case, bot will probably ask like, please specify which product you are talking about. And after that, when people will tell like this and this product, and you will have all the descriptions for that products in your prompt, then it will work without any problems. And I think, yeah, this is actually one of our use cases. Like we have many clients from like e-commerce industry, like who are doing like such kind of things. And yeah, it works pretty well. Let's move on. Is it possible to include a page link, like a contact form? Yeah, of course. I think if you have some link that is created for like collecting some leads or some contact information, you can simply add that link to your like knowledge base, to your instructions, right? And to ask like in the instructions part, like when people ask about like for example making some request or something, then send this link, for example. Do you have something to add, Vera, or?
Yeah, let's move on.
No? Yeah, let's move on. But generally, yeah, you just need to, yeah, you can add like any links like for collecting contact information, for any other links, like, and the bot will use that links without any problems. When WhatsApp is coming? That's a very good question, and we were thinking to include this information in the presentation or try to skip it. Yeah, actually, we don't want to give some like some specific deadlines, because it's pretty difficult to predict when exactly it will be available. But actually, yeah, actually, I think you should expect the WhatsApp that will be ready to use like within several weeks. Yeah, probably it will be like maybe more than 1 month, but I wouldn't say that it will be like for much longer than that period. Yeah, I'm trying to be like as accurate as possible to not give like too much commitments, but yeah, it's actually coming. Yeah, it's coming within that time period. Do I have to manually upload all my products one by one? If I have 200 products, is there a faster way? Thanks. This is a good question. We have some like maybe a bit desperate clients who already added like hundreds of products one by one. Unfortunately, for now, there is no possibility to add like automatically all the products, and that's why you will need to do it like one by one. But actually, how it can be solved for now, like using our current functionality, is that if you have, for example, 200 products, perhaps I would say like 30 products is doing most part of your sales, right? And probably you can add like this and start with them. And if you will see that it works pretty fine, then you can add the rest of the things. But we know about that like feature request from e-commerce companies, and yeah, we're getting this time of different products, and I like your product, but I don't want to upload manually. And probably we will do something much more like user-friendly and easy for uploading huge amounts of products. The next question from the user, which is called 2P, is there any issue with WhatsApp? In my case, there are some times where the AI reply at dashboard, but the message don't arrive to Instagram. If I got the question correctly, like you see that sometimes our bot replies to people, but they are not getting the messages on their Instagram, or what do you mean? Maybe Vera, maybe you understood the question
I think
properly?
that maybe some bug here, probably. I don't know, maybe your question, the reply was too long because Instagram messages, as far as I remember, they should be less than 600 characters, maybe because of that. But I'm not sure, maybe it's a better way here to contact our customer support, and we will look at the case.
Yeah, I think, yeah. I think this is the case when the message is more than 1,000 symbols, right? And that's why Instagram cannot consume it and send it. But the question is about WhatsApp. I think this problem will not be in WhatsApp. I think there is no such kind of limitation. If Igor is on this call, he can correct me if I'm mistaken. Okay, let's move on.
The question was about Instagram. Yeah.
Sorry?
I mean that maybe the question was about Instagram.
Yeah, he's asking me about Instagram, and like he says that in Instagram there is that problem, and also he says about like, is there any issue with WhatsApp? In my case, there is a problem with Instagram. But okay, I think we replied about that issue. Larissa is asking, can I use Chatfield to answer only to some questions, and for the others, the AI let me to answer? You will need to, like, when you connect to some of the channels like Facebook, Instagram, or website widget, the bot will be active for all of your users, for each person who will be asking any questions. But what you can do here, if you see that you would like to chat manually with some of the users, it's perfect. You can just go to the dashboard in our product. You can open the inbox, as Vera was showing before, and there you will see the list of all conversations, and you can just simply click on any conversation and to switch off the bot for specific users, and after that you will be manually talking to that user, and the bot will be deactivated. And if you would like to activate again, you just click the button, and that's it. It will be activated. Let's move on. Are you using Chat 4.0? This is a super good question. We are using for now by default 3.5. We are using 3.5. But we're getting pretty much actually like requests when people are telling that, hey guys, we can pay much more money and we like much more quality. Because what's the problem with ChatGPT 4 is that it's like much more expensive, much more expensive, and that is why we're not doing it by default. But if some users are ready to pay it, and actually, yeah, we will do for now some tests with the users who is interested in a fourth version and who will be willing to pay for it. that's good. We can do some tests. We can switch it on for you. It will be some special price. Actually, it's like still very good price. It's still much more, much cheaper than the support team that you will be paying for as a manual work. So it's still like competitive. So yeah, if you're interested, guys, in 4.0, you can let us know. If you will register, you will see the on the left side, like how to connect with us. You can just send the request there, and we will contact with you to give you the 4th version. And if you will like it, we can of course like do for you the 4th version for the future usage. One more question from from Larissa. Can I train Chatfuel to question where to answer and for the offer to automatically disable and let me answer? Yeah, you mean when it will recognize like before responding, to recognize which kind of question, and depending on the kind of question, like decide to answer manually or to answer by itself or to call the people. For now, Vera, correct me if I'm mistaken. For now, we cannot do this. We do not have such kind of product ability to do that. But that's interesting point. If that's something that is necessary, we can for sure like discuss it in more details. And if we see that if it's a real problem, I think, yeah, we can do something that will solve such kind of issues. I see that new questions, people are typing new questions. That's perfect. If you guys have questions and haven't sent yet, feel free. One more question. Let's move on. Is it possible that the accuracy and the relevancy of the responses may vary depending on the platform used for integration? For example, could the responses provided through a website platform be more accurate and relevant compared to those provided through a Telegram platform? This is a good question. Actually, I would say it's like 99% the same. So it does not depend almost at all at the platform that you are using. For example, when you are testing the bot before connecting to channel, as Vera showed before, like on the right side of the screen, we were like testing, right? Like asking, like, tell about your company, tell about prices, and this test of your bot. And when you see how your bot respond to you, the website widget will respond in like totally the same way, like you see right there in the test your bot section. When we talk about Facebook, Instagram, and Telegram, it may vary like super slightly. Like I think you will not even notice that. So yeah, I think I would say it does not depend like at all. Like you can do some tests, but I think, yeah, it's like we have never faced any like feedback from users that are telling that it's responding like in different ways. And so yeah, I think you don't have to worry about that. Last question for now. Is it possible that they implement JSON functions to access data? If I got the question correctly, you mean like to upload some JSON files, right? Or just to connect through API to gather some data from your web. About API integration, then I would say that for now we don't have such kind of possibility to do API integrations. But on the other hand, we're getting like pretty much feedback about that. And again, if that's something that you're really interested in, like you can contact us. We can maybe even do some short call to discuss in more details. And yeah, depending on that, we will decide should we do that, create that possibility or not. Regarding to files, by the way, I will also mention here that when you will be uploading your website link in some short period of time when we will release that feature, you can also be able to upload some files as well, like PDF files or some other files, and the bot will be able to parse that files and to get information from there. Actually, that will be later, for sure, later than the just parsing the website. But if the files are crucial for you to gather information from, I think this is something that will appear also within not weeks, but some months. I think, yeah, we will come to that as well. One more question. Two more questions. Perfect. I see the interest from the audience. That's perfect. When expected to have the the chat fuel on other social media like Snapchat and TikTok? We had, I mean, I was talking to some of our clients who asked about TikTok as well. We will think about that. We're not, I mean, I would like to be transparent with you. It's not TikTok and Snapchat are not the things that we're working on right now. And within I would say 1 or 2 months, we're not going to make some integrations there. But we will think about that. Hi again, can we remove powered by Chatfuel? This is my favorite question. Remove powered by Chatfuel AI from the website widget. So people won't actually type please if you don't mind the reason why is that important for you, because it depends from time to time. For example, some of users told me that they want to remove it because they want to make their competitors' life more difficult, because they will not be able to find easily this solution for their business. Maybe that is why it's really crucial. But yeah, we're getting this feedback really often, and I think, yeah, this is something that is also in our plans. I cannot give some specific dates when we will release this, but I think yeah, I think we will do this in some also short period of time. When expected to upload the PDF? Yeah, the PDF file on Chatfuel. Yeah, as I said, it's not the super big priority, but it's still in our backlog list. So I think first we'll be parsing the websites using some links. It will be really soon. After that, you should expect WhatsApp. And I think, yeah, I think after that we'll start working on the issues uploading PDF files.
Yeah, and I wanted to add there that probably then we will release this feature with parsing websites. So maybe it will work. We will test if you make your PDF file public, then maybe we will parse information from your PDF as well. So maybe it will work with PDF files, with publicly available PDF files.
Great. I think this is pretty much all the questions. If you still have some question, you can type. Well, I will be telling some just finalizing general information